y'all hear me?
Yeah!
Hi, my name is Essence, and I'm unassociated with anxiety. Before I start, I just wanted to say that for a long time, I walked around people pleasing and trying to buy love by being overly affectionate and just making myself small so I can fit into this box. But God has been so kind in reminding me and sending me people daily to remind me that I'm always surrounded by it just because type of love. So this is Unveiled. At times, I am embarrassed to step into your presence, into your holy ground. I knew surrender, but only to the whisper of the snake in the garden who called me by what I understood my name to be. Unloved, forsaken, less than what God was expecting when He created me. Enticed because my feelings matched His forward convictions and I never corrected Him. I swallowed His ungodly truths and allowed it to imprint me from the inside out, leaving a bitter taste of sorrow and confusion. Questioning God and thinking He made a mistake when He formed me in my mother's womb, and moved to believe that it was better that I had not been born. I thought it was better that I had not been born. In my mouth, I held the devil's lies and began to overlook every ledge, repeating and meditating on the words, "Unworthy is my name." I needed something to hold on to, but every thought refused to be held captive. There was no authority in my flesh. I could not cast down every argument and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, or bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ simply because I didn't know Him. I had no knowledge of Him, no attainable awareness of the one who made me from scratch and called me His own. I feel unsuited for such honor. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. That's Isaiah 43:1. Because you are precious in my eyes, 43:4. Fear not, for I am with you, 43:5. I am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior, 43:11. I couldn't save myself even if I wanted to. And honestly, I had no desire. My hands could never lift the burden or torment that circled me like buzzards. A bird flying around with its eyes on its prey, waiting for the perfect moment to drop in. In the wilderness, the buzzard is often mistaken for a cat when unseen, not because it looks like one, but because they mimic a sound that is almost identical. Jesus says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me," John 10:27. But when you don't, you will run and respond to everything. Every false call in the wilderness that stands in agreement with your feelings, and every whisper that says you will die lonely on this mountaintop. It is a lie. But when you are unaware, because you too, like me, are embarrassed to step into His presence, into His holy ground. But He who knew no sin took all of mine and considered me worthy of the love I've only read about. Amen. Fairy tale after fairy tale, a bunch of once upon a times, but this time it's different. This love story never ends. Once upon a time, God created me. He knew me before I was formed in my mother's womb's flaws and all. He called me by name and said, "You are mine." And when I pass through the waters, He will be with me. And through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm me. And when I walk through the fire, I will not be burned. The flame shall not consume me. I am precious in His eyes and honored, and He loves me. This is a love story that never ends. Delighted to call me His own, He, God, constantly invites me into His holy ground, so that I may know a love that is never withholding, but one that is prepared to meet me wherever I am. Loving me has never been inconvenient to God, for even when I made my bed in a pit to hell, He still came to find me. Love is the thing that moved Him to the pits of hell to come and find me. And even when I considered silent suicide, as in dying and suffering alone so I don't inconvenience the ones I love, when I considered food to be a reward and not a necessity, when I didn't ask for help because pride had my tongue. Love is the thing that moved Him, and loving me has never been inconvenient to God. So being that I was made in the image of Him, I have to hold on to the characteristic to where love moves me, to love my brother who is suffering silently, and my mother who has made shame her best friend, and my father who only did what he knew, and my friends who seem to have it all together, and myself, because after all, we love because He first loved us.